allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, this is the reconvened meeting of the February 10th regular meeting. Can I have a roll call of officers, please?
Ron Alberico.
Here.
Supervisor Ron Alberico. Trustee Barb Boyce.
Here.
Trustee Mike Kelly.
Here.
Trustee John Bodisich.
Here.
Trustee Mike Lewandowski.
Here.
Assessor Debbie Mason.
Here.
And Commissioner John Shalinski.
Here.
And Denise Rumchak, Deputy Clerk, is present.
All right, I also indicate that we also have Chris Mache Hall here and Mr. Grant Spoon.
Minutes.
All right, moving on, we have the bills in front of you for the rest of for the conclusion of our fiscal year. The road department is $82,618.69. To do the motion to pay the bills.
I'll make that
We have a motion by Barbara Boyce.
Second.
I got a second by Mike Kelly. Can I have a roll call, please?
Ron Alberico.
Yes.
Barb Boyce.
Yes.
Mike Kelly.
Yes.
John Bodisich.
Yes.
Mike Lewandowski.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I should have asked for questions. But somebody would have stopped me here. Okay, do we have transfer of funds?
We do. John, you don't have a new transfer of funds, do you?
Is this the new one? I know that we transferred too much, but we can keep it the same way.
Well, we really can't. So,
Okay.
no, we're gonna cross this out right here, okay?
We can keep it the same way. You can only transfer if you're
Well,
over.
you
that
can only
over?
transfer if you're over.
Yeah.
Correct. So here you go.
Is it over?
We don't know, Mr. Shaughnessy.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
You want to read them or you want me to?
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, road and bridge fund transfers. First one is from account 704-6990 to 704-4200 for $9,360. Second one is from, actually these are all from contingency, so I'm not going to say that. They're all from contingency, so $167.44 is going into 704-5540. 356.93 into 704.5940. $9.60 into those four salaries right there that you see, full-time salaries. $402.82 into 506.5710.
That's utilities.
$243.07 into 706.5930. 2372.02 into 706.6110. And then we've got $14,869.78 that is coming from account 704-6190 MOA into 706-4209.
That's for the overtime.
Yes. All those have.
All right. I need a motion to make the transfers.
So moved.
We have a motion by Mike Kelly.
Second.
Second by John Bodisich. Are there any questions of the transfers?
Does that mean we're not going to get our potholes filled?
No, that's just certain line items that I went over,
Okay.
like all the other.
Material, oil, and asphalt, that's what I'm thinking.
And this is this budget. This is this budget period.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is the end of the fiscal year. This is up until Friday.
Okay.
And then Monday, we start the budget year.
Is this something you
Something
guys
goes
added
today.
today?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that doesn't.
I was just curious.
Any
You
other
got plenty of
questions?
patch.
Hearing none, can I have a roll call, please?
Ron Alberico.
Yes.
Barb Boyce.
Yes.
Mike Kelly.
Yes.
John Bodisich.
Yes.
Mike Lewandowski.
Yes.
Excuse me.
All right, moving on. Highway Commissioner, Mr. Shalinski, your report.
Yes, I actually have two on there. I'm not sure how much put on there. New business. Not really any new business. We're extremely low on salt. We did get some loads of the cinders. I spoke with other highway commissioners who use them. They gave me an IEPA report saying they're fine to use on the roads in case anybody calls you guys and has problems. And they're also supposed to be the next best thing to salt as far as traction.
Yeah, that's the
They're
main thing.
phenomenal. Are they dirty? Absolutely. Are we going to use them? Not unless we have to. We talked about starting over. No, I'm just kidding. We talked about mixing, but the next 2 weeks are not calling for a whole lot of snow, and I think we've got a couple more. We don't want to do that. And
Yes, we have.
we may just wait until we're almost like down to nothing and spread the cinders and just keep the salt for like bad areas, than to mix it. Because as soon as you mix it with the salt, it turns the salt black, like on contact. It's horrible. But it is a great product. So that's new business. I did have a report on road conditions and equipment. You know, we talked about needing some equipment down there. So maybe I'll start with that first. I prepared a report, and the reason why I did this is because unless you see the actual equipment, you may not know, you know, what I'm talking about, and it might give you a better visual as to what's going on. And then you guys, I'm not going to go through the whole thing. I'll just touch on some of the highlights and basics. I don't know how many of these I have. I'm not looking at that.
Thank you.
Oh, you didn't get one. I'm sorry. Do you need one? I got mine. I'll give you mine when I'm done. Basically, there's 3 pieces of equipment that we need. And the first part just kind of gives you a, oh wait, what is that, Lakewood Falls?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm on the wrong one. Lakewood Falls, let's start with that since you got that in your hand. Lakewood Falls is in dire need of repair before this year. I've been getting some complaints from residents since I took office, and the plan is, the way generally highway commissioners or highway departments work is there's motor fuel tax money that comes into play, and that's what you use to do your roads. We currently have about $180,000 to $185,000 in our account. However, those funds are not available to me for the next 3 years because they were leveraged from the overages on the high road bridge. So that leaves me with no money to redo roads. I think I even gave you guys at one of the other meetings, I do have a couple of pictures in here. The guys, since the winter, we got the warm weather, and then it got cold again, it's totally crumbling. The guys have been out there, 2 crews, 3.5 days, and it's just they're putting the road's falling apart as they're putting the potholes in. So we're kind of in desperate need here of doing something. And you'll see some pictures out there where it's just continual potholes. There's one with the guy's foot in there to show you how deep they are. Last week, I started getting emails, which I included. I've gotten several phone calls, but these are just a few of the emails I got. One set of tires need to be replaced. I asked for a receipt. I told them that the procedure is your tires break, you call me, I send you the Delwood tire, and we take care of it. We have an account there. He went ahead and got them done before he called me, so I told him I got to see the receipt. And the reason being is I have no problem replacing the tires. It's our responsibility. It's our road that caused the problem. My issue is if you have generals on there that are $75 a tire and you go put $200 Michelins on there, I don't believe the township's responsible for your upgrade. I'll give you the 75 or whatever, an equivalent to the tires.
Makes sense.
That's just me. I'm not going to be not paying people, but you have to show proof that, you know, we're trading apples to apples. So with that said, I did give you guys at a previous meeting a quote to do the whole thing. I called, and the first quote in there is a 2.5-inch overlay. It's the proper way to do it, where they grind 2.5 inches down. They put a binder sub base in there, then they put their little nice 1.5-inch smooth part on top. I told them, what if we, and that's grinding the whole road the way it probably should be done. One of the problems with that road is there's no crown in the road, so there's a lot of water that sits on the road, and that's actually causing the damage. So I asked them, what if we grind a couple of feet off of the curb and then put the overlay, you know, to the curb, but just keep the center high, And that's what the second quote is for. Obviously, they're not grinding the whole road, so the price came down to $217,738. He said that would probably work in most of it. The area that you see pictures are about the first 3,300 feet, and they're horrible. That may not be sufficient just to put an overlay over that, because it'll crumble in a year or two anyways, because the base is no good. So then I called him about a new process that I read about, and Gallagher does do it. It's called an in-place hot recycling. In-place hot recycling, I believe it's called, where they actually heat the current asphalt up, they chip it up, and they have a machine that it goes into, like a paint mixer, it spits it back out, and what they're doing is taking your existing road, putting some emulsifiers in it to make it just as good as new concrete, and then they spread it back out. He still was a little bit concerned about that process working because the base is so bad. I said, okay, minimum that I can do is probably about 3,300 feet. We measured it out, just, that's the bad section, and that's what the last page is. Just the bad section at the top, it's 154,745. The second one, that's not recommended because that's where he's just throwing a course over the top, and with no base there, it's really not a good idea. So I wanted you guys just to see the pictures and see the quotes. I would need some help redoing the road. I don't know any other options at this time. I know that we're trying to give them the road back. They don't want it back. I feel like we're all in this together. I mean, it's your town, everybody's township. That road reflects on everybody. Though you guys reflect on me, I reflect on you. That's the way it goes. It's just part of the deal. So I think, the minimum bid that we can realistically go with is $154,745. If we can transfer some funds to help me with that, I appreciate that, but I wanted you to see the pictures, see the information. You guys decide if you can help me on that or not.
How much? You need the whole thing?
There's no money down there.
So you need the whole.
If I had motor fuel tax money, I wouldn't. This report wouldn't be here.
So I mean,
probably
so you're not
150
you're
or
not asking for some. You're asking for it all.
I guess, yeah.
Okay. Because you said some.
Well, the reason why I say that is until we figure out what we're getting in taxes, which I don't know yet. Realistically, what we're taking in. Can I throw in 20 grand? Maybe. I just don't know at this point.
Gotcha.
Because we did cut the budget from the previous year almost $100,000. Part of that was because of the transfer from last year.
Gotcha.
All right. Any questions on Lakewood Falls? Plainfield, the Township Highway Commissioner in Plainfield has the back half of that subdivision. He is going out for bid, and he is redoing his section in the spring. There's some other products, as far as like the first 3,300 feet, there's some other products that I can probably handle with my department where it's kind of a sealing method to get another 2 or 3 years out of that part of the road. So that's why if we do the first 3,300 feet, that would be extremely helpful. All right, any questions on that?
I just have one question.
Yes.
How long will that road last? You said one quote was only going to last 2 years. What,
Correct.
The quote for $150,000, are they giving you?
That would be not a complete rebuild, but that would be 2.5 inches. That should last us
10 years?
Yeah, at least, yeah. That would be the correct way to do it. Yeah. The thing that doesn't, the quote here, that's the 217, that's just saying, okay, we're just going to put a layer right over what you have. Well, you really can't do that because the road just came apart. You can do that on the back half, where the road's actually pretty good. From the power lines backwards is decent. But the first 3,300 feet is, you can literally take your shoe and just kick it, and it's just crumbling apart.
And the last meeting you had with Lakewood Falls, were they absolutely, totally against helping out with anything?
They offered to loan us the money. I'm not being sarcastic.
No,
they offered, and a lot of the board members went, oh, no, that was the guy running the meeting made that offer. They have about $4 million in their account, which is nice to have. They have 2,500 houses, and they pay $50 a month in dues, which comes out to what, $150,000 a month they're getting collecting from the folks. Now they do maintain all the roads, and they've repaved them, and all the interior stuff. I asked them if they would consider taking the road over if we repave it, and there's no benefit for them to do that, according to them. It's like, why would we? I mean, realistically, why would you?
Realistically, that was their road to start with, and they.
Correct,
took it
but
us.
they don't, it's,
I know.
you know, that part's too late, I agree with you 100%, we shouldn't even have
They
that.
shouldn't have that road.
They wanted to know that what the benefit of them taking over the road is, and the only thing that I could come up with in the meeting at the time, which I think is a very valid idea, is if I could get Plainfield to give up their road, then they would have complete control over who comes in and out, because they use Lakewood Falls as a shortcut. And I said, you can make that a gated community, I believe, I don't know if your houses would go up in value or not, because now it's gated, but you can at least control who comes in and out of the neighborhood. They were willing to talk more about that. But they said Sam in Plainfield would never give up his road. I called Sam, and he goes, when do they want it? So that's the last conversation I had with Sam. So now I'm going back to the meeting, hopefully at the March meeting, I'm waiting for an email back when it is, to say, hey, listen, Sam's willing to give up his road, I'm willing to give up my road, you guys want to move forward with this? Maybe they can help pay for some of the road being paved, I don't know. But sitting in their shoes, it's, you know, well, why do we want to do that? It's your road. And I understand their side. I also understand that we don't, I mean, I'm getting 5 to 6 calls a day now since it got that little warm spell. And there's people having a tough time. And if you look at the pictures, you can understand why.
Right.
You wouldn't want to drive into that going here. I wouldn't either.
Do it in the city all day.
You know, I mean, it's.
I know, right? Yeah. There's potholes like crazy.
All right. Any questions on that? All right, I've got another report with equipment. I figured if you guys see pictures, it might help you out, make a decision. And again, I'm cheating into all right, I got 3 pieces of equipment that are in pretty dire need of replacing. Not to go through the whole thing, you guys can read that on your own, but the first piece is a 1980. From the best of my ability, I was told it's in the 70s. I checked the model and serial number, it's in the 80s. It's like 80, 81. I think they told me it's close to an 80. This piece of equipment is, it's getting rough. It's starting to leak a lot. The whole thing is just in general deteriorating. Jack bought 2 new bush hogs. Those are, for you who doesn't know, those are the big mower decks that these things pull. Bless you. And we can't even use the new bush hog behind this tractor because it's, when it comes out of the ditches, the whole front end pops up because of weight. It's just too small. We've put 2 clutches in it since I've been there this summer because of pulling that new bush hog is 600 pounds heavier than the old one. It definitely leaks oil. Canopy is kind of rusted and rotting and damaged. I showed a picture of the old mower deck there. That's in real bad shape. That's why he upgraded them, but we're forced to go back to use those again because this tractor just doesn't have it, the strength to pull it. The next piece of equipment is our boom mower. That thing's been welded, broken, leaks about 10 to 20 gallons of hydraulic fluid a month and a half. We're always putting hydraulic fluid in it. The mower deck itself has been welded. If you look at page 6, it says page 6, but the actual boom arm broke all the way in 2. And luckily we have Al Madden, who I've mentioned in our meetings. He was able to put the brace welded and get it to where it works. You can see the second picture there, that puddle of oil, we're not even running it, that's leaking. And we think that's from the hoses. My main concern with this piece of equipment, the welds are welds, they're going to hold up. My main concern is the open canopy. You can't buy them that way anymore. I was told it's illegal to operate one without a canopy. I did ask some other highway commissioners, and just so that I'm honest with everybody, he wasn't aware of any law like that. You can't operate, but you cannot buy them without one.
Right.
Because I didn't want to tell you a story, you know, can't use it and that's it. I mean, we'll do what we can. The third thing is the jetter, and we use this for jetting sewers in Bonnie Bray and anywhere we have culverts that are blocked. I think the picture speaks for itself. This was purchased, actually the boom mower and this jetter was both purchased used by the township. And I think if you look at it, it's just, it's got a metal tank in there that's leaking water. This thing is pretty much done. I just found out since I put this together The wheel bearings on the trailer are wore out, so they actually have a spray paint can, silicone with full of grease against the hub to keep the hub greased. I did also include what I was looking at purchasing as far as new equipment. Apparently I don't have that picture on my report, but there should be a Kubota tractor. Yeah. These things are not by any means top of the line, but they're very good pieces of equipment. The boom mower is a New Holland tractor with the boom arm on it. It's $105,000. The John Deere that we would like to buy is $150,000. We don't need it. You know what I'm saying? Or we could finance the rest, whatever we decide. It is a better piece of equipment, but I don't think it's going to be necessary to make the difference in $50,000 from what I can tell. The tractor, very well priced. It's made low profile. It's made to come in and out of ditches, and it definitely has the horsepower to pull the new bush hog. And then the jetter, I found this jetter for $28,000. More PSI, more gallons per minute. It's a very nice unit. And the next closest thing I could find to it with the same specs, they're running around $54,000, I believe. So we don't need the $54,000 because it has a cover over the tank. That one there's fine.
Basically, you're saying $150,000 in equipment and $150,000 for a road. So coming to us asking for $300,000.
Yeah. I know that's totally against what you.
A month ago, you told me 100,000.
No, I think I told you 150.
Well, about 100,000.
The road thing came up 2 days ago. That's why I was a little bit late. I was putting together the road information for you. The road thing just came up. I didn't have plans on doing the road this year. I thought we can get one more year out of it.
Have you looked into used equipment at all?
I have looked into used equipment. It's very, very difficult to find a used boom mower. It's almost impossible from what everybody's been telling me. I have called several different people. People that buy them because they're expensive piece of equipment, they use them until they're done. Martin Implement has a used one, and it's in a little bit better shape than the one we have. And the guy did recommend buying it. The jetter, used jetters are kind of the same way. People, you just buy one and you run it until it drops. They don't really upgrade jetters. Tractors, I could probably find those tractors. I just want to make sure I'm not buying somebody else's problem. I've looked around for rental units that might be for sale for the boom mower, and I have not found any. I know there's two in the rental fleet, one in Claus Specialties has one, but he's not willing to sell it. And there's one in the rental fleet in the exact same mower we're looking at in Beecher, one of the landscapers in Beecher. And we're actually going to look at that piece of equipment because we want to see what we're buying before we buy it, and I'm going to try to see if that would be for sale as well.
Is there any grant monies out there for equipment?
I would have to look into that. I would definitely be willing to look into
We
it.
did talk about you going with us to, we'd be able to go to the meetings with you, getting our senators and our...
Sure, I am definitely open for that. I am ready to go. George did mention it, and we got that original quote, and it was just a situation of waiting to put that meeting together. Now that we've got the newer quote for less money, I mean, we can kind of...
The only thing I have a little concern is we're a little under the gun to get this done quickly, and I don't want to make a rush decision.
I agree.
Hey, Don, does this new equipment come with some type of warranty?
Yes.
Do you know that?
No. I could lie to you, tell you I know, and give you some figures, but it would be probably, if I had to guess, I'm sure it's at least 1 year, 3 years, something like that. Our boxes came
It's all
in 1
new
year.
equipment, right?
It's all new equipment, so it comes with whatever factory warranty.
I'm sure they would have.
Because I'm not a fan of buying used anything.
Well, neither of the
Never
guys
have.
down there.
I don't buy used cars.
I'm a shooting.
Well, because you know what, you
I
can.
look for deals, but
Let me make a
You can
suggestion
go
here,
out to a
guys.
car as much as you want, but if you don't tear the motor apart, you have no idea what's inside there.
I'd like to make a suggestion that we, since it's not on the agenda to vote on, we can't do anything here tonight anyway. I'd like to maybe put a workshop together for Monday so we can discuss this at length. We do have to get to a water board meeting here in 5 minutes, so we have to go through everything else. So I'd like to suggest we have a workshop on Monday the 3rd. Is everybody okay with next Monday? I would like a 6 o'clock, okay with everybody?
Sure. March 3rd.
March 3rd, 6 o'clock workshop.
I can't promise I'll be here, but I gotta look.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get the paperwork together for that. We'll have a workshop on Monday to discuss this at length. Okay, anything else in, okay, what I'd like to do here real quick, under other business, I did want to mention, everybody got a memo in their packet about the state of the village address. I have to know by Thursday who wants to go to that. So
I'm on
please,
duty, I'll be out.
I'm out. I'll be gone.
you'll be going, anybody else want to go to that?
What day is that? I'm sorry, I'm looking.
It's going to be,
Thursday, I will not be able to. The 6th.
Yeah.
March 6th, yeah. The other one is Topics Day in Springfield. Let me know if you want to go to that. I need to know that by March 10th, so I can get the reservations for everybody and get the RSVP. So look at those two, let me know by the end of the week if you please would.
Call me tomorrow and I'll let you know.
Do you normally
About
go to
6. I'm not gonna go to Springfield.
Springfield? Do you normally go?
We usually don't, to be honest with you, but I did get the memo here and I would like to pass it on to you guys if you do. I have no other business
That Monday, I'm on duty on that day.
on the,
For the workshop?
next week, next Monday.
Yeah.
We're not gonna have a quorum.
Tuesday.
I can't do Tuesday.
This is $300,000 we're talking about here, people. We need to get together on it. I don't care when you guys want to do it. I'm free. I will change my appointments, whatever I need to do.
I'm off the 5th and 6th.
It's the 6th, the Thursday.
Yeah, that I can't do. I'm leaving the evening of the 5th. I have to go to town.
The 11th?
I have to
Okay,
have these budgets.
here's the thing. If this is gonna be done at the annual town meeting, he has to have a request into the clerk's office by March 1st, okay? And then that agenda has to be approved at the March 3rd meeting. So, you guys,
March
You're
3rd, March
Thursday?
10th.
March 10th, I'm sorry.
What about this Thursday, is it too soon?
I'll figure those.
I can make it then. Can you make it?
Today's Monday.
Thursday the 27th?
I'm off
Yeah. You're off?
Thursday, but
I can do
Thursday the 27th. Everybody go to 3rd. Do we have enough time to put it,
To post it?
post it? Thursday the 7th at 6 o'clock.
At 6?
6 o'clock.
27th.
27th, Thursday. All right, everybody go to that.
Yep.
I call for an adjournment of the road and bridge.
one more thing in there. Guys, can you look up, see if there's lease stuff, or lease equipment also, because I was out.
Lease, to be for sale, but use, was in a lease, or
No,
you talking about
lease
lease
per
to use
year.
it? The boom mower's $1,500 a week.
Okay, sometimes they do it for a complete.
I can do that.
tractor or whatever.
Absolutely. Yep, I will do that.
Not for rent, but for
Yeah, no, I understand.
part of the tractor.
And the boom mower.
What was the other one?
You got a jetter, a boom mower, and a tractor.
Tractor.
Not the boom mower.
Talking about the second piece of
The
equipment.
one with the, yeah. Is that the one?
Yeah, the
We can discuss
$100,000.
this at
Yes.
the workshop, because we're supposed to be starting our water board. We got a lot of meetings to get through here yet. I ask for an adjournment of the road and bridge.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by
I'll
Mike,
second it.
second by Barb. All in favor?
Right.
Opposed? Ayes have it. We'll move on to the general assistance. Reconvene the meeting of February 10th. Approval of the bills of $8,288.11. I need a motion to pay the bills.
Make that motion.
I have a motion by Barb,
Second.
a second by Mike Kelly. Are there any questions of the bills? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Alberico,
Yes.
Boyce,
Yes.
Kelly,
Yes.
Barisic,
Yes.
Lewandowski.
Yes.
All right, motion carries. I have no transfers of funds for the general assistance, so I call for an adjournment.
Make that
I
motion.
have a motion by Barbara,
Second.
second by Mike Kelly. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Moving on to our senior agenda, the reconvene meeting of February 10th. We have total bills of $101,109.78. I want to explain that we did open a new CD for $100,000. We just moved it from savings to a CD, but we did have to write the check, so that's why the $100,000 is just a movement of funds. The actual bills paid out is $1,109.78. I need a motion to pay the bills.
So moved.
Motion by, who said that? Mike?
I'll second.
Kelly, second by Barbara Boyce. Any questions of the bills? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Alberico,
Yes.
Boyce,
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Barisic.
Yes.
Lewandowski.
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. I have no transfer of funds in our senior agenda, so I call for an adjournment.
I'll make the motion.
And a motion by Mike Lewandowski,
Second.
second by Mike Kelly. Moving on to our town fund. Reconvene the meeting of February 10th. We have the bills of $126,316.70. Again, we did open another CD with our senior fund at $100,000. So the actual bill paid out was $26,316.70. I need a motion to pay the bills.
Make that motion.
A motion by Barbara Boyce,
I'll second it.
and a second by Michael Lewandowski.
Second.
Any other questions of the bills?
He said senior.
He meant town.
You
I
meant
meant
town,
town,
yeah,
yeah.
okay, all right. Okay.
Of the CD, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, we opened two CDs,
Okay,
one for
yeah, I was just
senior,
making sure.
and one for town.
Okay.
Any other questions of the bills? Hearing none, I need a roll call.
Alberico,
Yes.
Boyce,
Yes.
Kelly,
Yes.
Barisic.
Yes.
Lewandowski.
Yes.
All right. Moving on to transfer of funds in the assessor's office.
Do you want me to read them, or do you want to just go through them?
I don't know, you want to hear, everybody has them on their list? Does everybody, you're going from contingency to salaries, and most of them here.
No, contingency one's going into equipment.
Equipment.
The other three
Oh,
are going
out
into
of
salaries.
extra hours, I'm sorry, I have that line in 2211. Anybody have any questions of the transfers? I need a motion to make the transfers.
So moved.
I have a motion by Mike Kelly,
Second.
second by John Barisic. Another roll call, please.
Alberico,
Yes.
Boyce.
Yes.
Kelly,
Yes.
Barisic.
Yes.
Lewandowski.
Yes.
All right. Town clerk's fund.
There's just one transfer, you have it there for $528.39.
All right, I need a motion for the transfer.
Make that motion.
A motion by Barbara Boyce.
I'll second
I got a second by Mike Lewandowski. Any questions of the transfers?
The categorized as miscellaneous. Like what's included in that?
Miscellaneous, it could be,
What's that?
Anything that's not in any other,
Any
you
other
know,
line
like
item?
we have Ice Mountain.
Yeah,
any of
yeah.
that type of-
Yeah, okay, all right, thanks.
But that's, this is the clerk's. fund.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Roll call, please.
Alberico,
Yes.
Boyce.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Barisic.
Yes.
Lewandowski.
Yes.
Okay, moving on to our general town fund. We have two transfers, one's both out of contingency, one's for Central Square maintenance. We did get our last electric bill, a little higher than what we expected. The other one is out of miscellaneous, two miscellaneous, $189.75. I need a motion for those transfers.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
A motion by Barbara, a second by Mike Lewandowski. Any questions? Hearing none? Roll call, please.
Alberico?
Yes.
Boyce?
Yes.
Kelly?
Yes.
Babasich?
Yes.
Lewandowski?
Yes.
All right, the only other thing I have in this meeting, I did want to just bring to your attention, I put, I believe in everybody's packet, this little map thing here. These things, I don't know if you guys got it. I just wanted to, I was instructed by the board through the last year hearing about the idea of looking for property. We have line items for property, we have ideas of, we talked about maybe someday building a facility for the seniors, our offices. I'm in conversations with Louis University right now. I had 2 meetings with them already. I have a 3rd one next week. And this is what they're proposing to us. As you can see on the front page, Louis University exactly smack dab in the middle of our township. That's the middle. It's right there. And their property, the little light blue spot is what they're proposing. That's 2.35 acres. Actually, I talked to them, when they brought this proposal to me, I explained to them that I would kind of think I'd like to see maybe 5 acres. So they're going to propose, come back with that on this next meeting. What they're talking with us, just to give you a real quick idea, is a senior center. Louis University is has the #1 nursing program, I believe, in the state. They would like to be able to partner up with us and have a medical facility at our township hall where they could do, I don't know, blood pressures, things like that along, maybe 1 or 2 days a week for our citizens. So that's where we're very preliminary. I'm going to take a little field trip tomorrow along with our assessor to look at Troy Township's building and to ask them what it took to get that built, get some ideas. Tomorrow at 9 o'clock, I'm going to go. Any of the township trustees are welcome to go with us. I just want to let you know. Other than that, I have no other business. So I'd ask for an adjournment.
I'll make that motion.
I got a motion by Barbara Boyce. Second. Second by John Babasich. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everybody.